Screen not coming on. I have an insane hack. It is, you put a switch on a fuse. Holy moly, look at that. You just switch it off and on, and then boom, it comes on. So let me show you how I did that up next. This is a standard 10 amp fuse, and a 10 amp fuse is what's used for that heads up display, the main screen on a Chevy Volt. What I did is I literally hacked this thing up, and not this exact one, but another one just like it, and I hacked it up, and it's hard to see, but I cut down the middle of it right there, and then soldered two little wires that go up to a very tiny switch. This little tiny switch can be flipped off and on, just a little slider, and soldered that, and then put a bunch of hot glue on there to hopefully reinforce it, hold it a little better. And then what I do is I install this in my car. So this removes the ability of an actual fuse, so it will not pop if it gets overheated. So that is a horrible thing to do, a big risk. I should not be doing this. You should not do this. Please do not do this. This is a horrible idea, but it works really, really well, and it makes it so much easier when my screen doesn't work because it's cold, like I showed at the beginning of this video. Let me go show you how this installs. So here's the fuse panel. You can see there's the screen down on the side. There are all the fuses. Nothing really interesting there. There's the spot. The third one up is normally a 10 amp fuse, and you would normally take this and put it in there. But instead, we use the horrible idea, the absolutely horrible, no good idea, and put this in there. And then it just goes in like a normal fuse. Remember, this removes the fuse. This is an absolutely horrible idea, and it is probably voiding all warranties. Well, but this thing's out of warranty, so it would not make a difference. So it goes in like that. You can see it looks super ugly, but this little thing does not stick out too far, and it allows the door to close, probably in a very bad, scary way. You can see the car comes on. And what you can see here is if I flip this switch, what that does is that loses the connection, and so now the screen goes off. If I turn that switch back on, you'll see the screen comes back on. So I'm basically just cutting the thing. There are some issues when you do this with the car on because it causes the fuel gauge to not calibrate properly. So there you go. If you turn it off and back on, now your fuel amount will be right. Recommendations. You should always, if you were to do this stupid idea that no one should ever do and is completely insane, you should always carry an extra fuse and probably a fuse puller or a pair of pliers or something so that you could get that thing out if it were to go, because basically the whole thing is relying on those two little wires and a really horrible solder job done by an idiot. That is me. So be careful. Don't do this. This is horrible, but it has been working for me for months, and so I wanted to share. Have a good one.